This.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Y'all want to ride some of the coolest bikes around? Just Us e-bikes. Check out these cool, fast beach cruisers. We've got many styles, colors, sizes, men's, women's, you name it, we got it. The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.
Chinook, 200 feet high.
Do another one.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, well, welcome. I don't know what the end of that is all about, but okay. Welcome to Tuesday night hangouts. I'm one of the hosts, and over here to my left here, I don't know if it's your left or my on the screen because Krista's over here. Cupcake Krista, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
I just realized just now that I never introduced you first.
It's fine.
I know, but whatever. So then we have Willard. Willard, what's up tonight?
What's going on? It's going to be a good show. I hear we've got famous guests tonight, so thought I'd tune in. I was in the neighborhood, just wanted to stop by and say hey.
Yeah, and then we got Nick Justice from Just Us E-Bikes. Sir, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are y'all doing tonight?
Well, I had a great hair day today,
Absolutely.
and I'm excited about that. And then if you guys are wondering who the special guest is, honestly, hold on. He can't even be serious. Listen, I've been practicing this. Hold on now. I've been practicing. Yeah. We have Dave Perry. If you never actually met Dave Perry in person, this is one of those people that you need to come out and talk to. He's an awesome guy, great attitude, awesome outlook on life. And Dave, how you doing?
Oh, crap. I don't know. Life sucks, man. But how are you?
And you might have a sense of humor.
I am doing great and so happy to be here. Absolutely.
I know your wife has a sense of humor. I've seen her husband.
Yes, she has to. She said I do. I had to twist real hard, but she said it.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Hey, everybody in the chat, in Linda's chat room.
Yeah. Hey, we have Dave Wolf wanted to know who the Nick J guy was.
Here we go again.
Nick who?
Yeah.
What's up, Paramom? Okay, so we're going to start this show off with, first we're going to talk about bad apples. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you to the one person that I know of that lets me live rent-free in that little melon. And man, sad. Anyways, Bad Apples, freaking awesome. Krista and I showed up Saturday before the fly-in, and well, I shouldn't say it was awesome. The event was awesome. I ended up breaking a tooth come Sunday night and suffered for 2 days, and then Wednesday morning went and got a root canal. So that was fun. But outside of that, I do want to say thank you very much to each and every person that helped put that event together. Yeah, I know it's 1,000 times bigger than what we do for Fly for Gauge, and you guys also have a ton more people to help out. And man, it takes that many to make that run as smooth as it did, and it honestly ran very smooth. I was so happy to be part of it. And DP, the big news that you probably don't know about, on this panel is someone who is number 86 inducted Bad Apples. You want to take a guess? Well, it's going to leave you 3 guesses. It's going to leave you 3 guesses because Krista doesn't fly.
Hey, I think I should be first nominated. You should think it's me.
Because you've never flown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Bad Apple.
I love her. She's so pretty.
okay. All right. So I'm out. You got 3 guesses.
Oh, man.
Oh, and the
Shame.
call
No,
sign.
don't say that.
I can't say the call sign?
Yeah, that'll give it away.
Okay. Why?
Did you fly, Shane?
I did not fly at the event. I flew before the event, and then I was doing
Okay.
air boss stuff.
Okay. Air Dick.
Yes.
But you know who else was also doing air boss stuff? Was Will.
Will did some air boss. Not in the morning, just in the afternoon.
Yeah.
No, but I
Yeah.
took 1 flight in the entire week, so I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Just one?
Just 1.
For how long?
About 45 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, the Bad Apple. It's got to be Nick.
That would have been my guess.
Yeah.
His recharge, his recall. Jesus Christ. His
Wendy, he's sorry.
his call name is Recharge.
Recharge.
Oh no! Did one of your e-bikes fail or something?
No.
No.
So Dave, it is me. I am number 86. Bad Apples, and my call sign, because they all see me naked, is Minnow.
Did your shower thing fail on you, or how did people see you naked and see the minnow?
Did you not remember me? Do you not remember me going into the river?
Yes.
And catching the
I
minnow,
do.
catching the minnow in the wing.
In your wing, yes.
There you go.
Oh, that's very nice. That's right. It doesn't have to actually happen at Bad Apples, does it?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking something happened there, but yeah, that was quite the video I saw too. Very, very impressive. And I didn't realize you were a fisherman, but hey, if you can fly and fish at the same time.
If you want to take a $3,500 wing and try to catch the minnows, go at it. You know.
Nice.
But,
Number 86.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had and the other thing too. So as many of you guys know, and for those who don't know, Bad Apples raises money to give away. They keep enough money for seed money for the next year, which makes sense. And they gave the Fly It for Gauge. Well, that's the flying, but it's the Gage Robbins Good Citizenship Award. What? Ink. You don't have to throw in the ink like every time. Anyways, they gave us $3,500. I deposited it into the bank account, and we are sitting right now. We at $10,131.13.
Wow.
I think it is.
Awesome.
So we have enough seed money for next year. And
On the 20th, we'll
yeah,
give
so,
the O'Galley student their money.
yes, Agali High School is doing their graduation on the 20th, and we will have a check written out to them for that school. And if you guys remember, we're 1 year ahead. So when we do a fly-in, it's for the next year. So the fly-in that we just did is for the students graduating in 2025.
Yeah.
So, and we're about to have a huge storm here, kind of like Bad Apples. By the
Yeah,
way,
that's what happened at Bad Apples. A bad storm.
Nick, let's talk about the bad storm.
Let's
So-
talk about no sleep for 3 days.
Yes. All right. So we had fair warning. We had we had plenty of warning to get things picked up, put away, strapped down, whatever. And everything was good. I mean, I watched Nick. Nick has these long screwdriver like things that go into the ground, and he had an impact drill that was having trouble getting them to go, and they finally went all the way in. After that ground got wet and saturated, Nick walked after his canopy did what the canopy did. He just walked over and pulled him out one finger. Like that ground is hard as a rock, or it's soft as something. Anyways, so Nick, you want to explain what happened there?
After that third storm rolled through about 4:30 in the morning, the ground wouldn't support the spikes anymore. So the last time I looked out, the tent was flipping upside down and turning inside out. So I gave up on it. And then when I come outside, it was not pretty, and I wasn't the only one. It was nasty for the whole area. Let me just tell you, there's a lot of money lost in tents.
Yeah, there was some serious carnage.
Yes.
Yeah, it got bad in a hurry. I, half asleep, got up the next morning with Krista to walk the dogs. I get between Nick's canopy that is wrapped up like aggressively folded and Will's van, and I get almost all the way past the tent, and I look over and I'm like, oh, what happened? I was so exhausted. I was beat.
You slept through it all?
No. Every time the camper moved, I got up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I was like, did I close the awning? Which I didn't, but the wind was not coming that way yet. So I got lucky on that. And then I'd get up every so often, just check, make sure I just put that new air conditioner on the roof. And I just wanted to make sure that there was no leaks or anything like that.
It has definitely been tested, no leaks, because it was
Good.
a monsoon, and it was on top of us. You hear the thunder, then you see the lightning. I know our camper was like rocking. I was like, I'm not on a boat.
Oh yeah, what was going on in there?
Yeah.
Don't come a knocking.
Yeah. Oh, but
I
yeah.
saw a video Ben Lorenzi put online, and he said in his video that everybody did fly each morning and each evening of Bad Apples, which I was very shocked to hear, because it looked like y'all weren't flying at least for one day. But
Nope.
good on y'all that you got up.
There were guys and gals flying at all times of the day, morning, night, midday, not night, evening, not night, but I was really shocked at how often people were flying. I was like, I don't know if I'd be flying right now.
Yeah, the winds are pretty strong a lot of the times, and they were still flying. But I don't fly, so I don't know.
Well, can I, if I text you this video, it's probably going to come out bad, right?
Send it Messenger.
Okay. Because I try, like I said, I've been trying to get this computer in iTunes to be able to load up to the.
But as many people, there are a couple people that went in the pond. I don't know who they were.
Oh, I didn't see any of those online.
Again,
Who
Tom
was it?
Tom from Parajet
Yep.
Okay.
did it last year too. It's a kind of an annual event. We all look forward to it.
Yeah,
So he's trying to.
possibly.
Poor guy.
Um,
Hey, he is a really nice guy. nicest guy you'd ever want to meet.
See, Dave Wolf just said he felt stupid. He was nervous about his camper, and then he got up to find water in his camper. See, that's what I was worried about. I kept getting up, walking around, and looking on the floor because I just put that new AC up on the camper, and I was just nervous that it was we're talking driving rain. It was coming in sideways. It was hitting our head of our bed is towards the head of the camper, and that's all you heard. You didn't hear anything hitting the roof. You'd heard it right on the front side, like you were driving down the road, and the wind was like hitting the front of the camper. But it was rain. It was the rain doing it.
But
Dave.
Go ahead.
Dave said he left the windows open. He was cooking a pizza and there was smoke. I imagine smoke and Dave Wolf don't
Go
meld too
together.
well these days.
It's not like he's ever had a camper catch fire. Come on.
Sorry, Davey. I love you, buddy.
Why are you cooking
Glad you're
pizza?
okay.
Yeah, why are you? Don't you have a pizza oven?
I do. Oh, you talking to Dave or me? The other Dave.
The other day.
Dave Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't trust a camper stove or oven. It doesn't cook correctly.
To answer Tony's question here, and that is not a stupid question, you can actually, yes. So our camper is covered, full liability. So if a tornado comes and takes it away and makes it disappear, catches fire, floods, whatever, it's all covered. It's all good.
So
How
James,
you know?
who won the gaggle competition? James, there was a gaggle competition where they went for the highest speed, the highest altitude, and so on and so forth. James got the highest speed at 60 miles per hour.
Wow.
So I know somebody from Aviator. I overheard them say something about 14.2, but I don't know if they won or not.
Yeah. Calvin actually went to 10,000. It might have even been.
He went to 10 something that day, and then
That
14 the week before.
Yeah, but you have to be on the Gaggle app. I mean, you have to be like part of that group. I think was the deal
To get it
What
recorded.
was that?
What is
That's
what?
me. That was me
you
yelling
had
at
a
the
serious
puppy.
lag, Nick.
Everybody went black for a minute. One at a
Yeah.
time.
Racist.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes, and the poor tent people. The next morning, we ended up going. We went somewhere, and on the way back, all we seen was everybody like
Hanging their clothes.
hanging their sleeping bags and their clothes and everything on the back of their vehicles. Oh, that must have just been horrible.
And my thing was, I would have went to a laundromat.
And then we drove by a laundromat, and Krista goes, "Right there's the laundromat."
Yeah. If that happens,
I did want to say one thing, Nick. The next time your freaking tent is like floating and flying away at 1 o'clock in the morning, if you could keep it down a little bit, I'd appreciate it because it was real hard.
I bet that was really annoying, Will.
I know, man. Rude.
Nick, if you would have thrown part of that tent at my camper and woke me up, I'd have came out and helped you 100%.
Yeah, or knocked on the door or whatever. I didn't know what was going on. So
I'm just glad it didn't hit nobody's. I'm glad it didn't hit either van or a camper that was 3 feet from it on every side.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
But let me get back to the appreciation that every member of the Bad Apples that had anything to do with the fly-in deserves, because honestly, that thing went smoothly. No matter how well you plan for an event that big, there's gonna be issues, there's gonna be problems. You can fix them this year, there'll be new ones next year, but they are consistently trying to make it better, and it makes it better for us because we literally had a great time each and every day.
Sadie Gaskin would come around and ask, what you think would make things better. They didn't have the sponsors set up.
No, the whole
No.
Wolf.
Oh, that's bad, Dave. Dave.
Man.
Oh,
Hey, he's in Florida now. He can be dumb. He's
Yeah.
Florida man. He's
He's
Florida
He's in
man.
rare form tonight.
7,000.
oh goodness.
No,
Uh,
listen. It's always going to have to be tweaked. It
Yes.
is 100 always going to have to be tweaked. But I think you guys did a fabulous job. Can you announce, Dave? If you want to announce the dates for next year, I think they're pretty much right around the same time every year. But yes, Dave, if you like to do it, I will put your little face right up there on the bottom underneath Dave and
you
Nick.
just have to recognize Nick Justice for real, though.
who?
NJ for real.
For real.
A real.
We know who you're talking
I'm
about.
for real.
And
Yep.
especially, you pick the worst
That's it.
person.
Does this mean you won't be setting your camper up with the little people anymore? What? I don't understand that.
Who said that?
Seabreeze.
CBs.
Oh,
Who's that?
yeah.
Who's
Sorry.
that?
Yes, sorry. I quickly read that.
Who?
I don't know who that is.
What do you, we had a great spot. We hope to have that spot again next
Show yourself, CBs.
year. Yeah. We were the first spot right after the sponsors. But two of the sponsors are Nick and Will.
And Will, yeah.
So we were right next to them. And then we had Aurora
I'm
PPG.
gonna get him.
Will, you were a sponsor?
Yeah.
I was. Nick, you were a sponsor?
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude.
Dave, I'm coming for you.
What do you say now?
He said, "Oh yeah, he had the electric bike. I'm gonna get him.
Electric with an L.
Yeah, electric.
First of all, can you really call it an electric bike when you have a handlebar behind?
Yeah, no.
Like, I mean, anybody need a ride? It's kind of desperate, ain't it?
I think that's the name of the bike, isn't it? Electric.
Yeah.
That's the name of his bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like electric shave.
Oh, it's Andy, Brian's friend. Okay. I got you. But I don't know what you mean by little people. Common folk. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
I was in the common folk section. We are common folk.
Yeah.
Well, you were kind of in the
Oh.
out of the way.
Oh, is it because he's a bad apple? Yes, we're still gonna park where we park.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I
See,
get it.
it truly has not sank in that I have
Yeah,
been.
I'm sorry. I'm not. He, whatever. No, we're still parking where we park.
Yeah, and I didn't even wear that shirt.
Yeah, you can't because it's a black shirt. Remember, you told
No,
me
no.
you never wear black shirts.
No.
I can't.
Hold on.
He told me
Hold on. It's in my house and it's dark out. I'll wear a black shirt. Not
Okay,
during
man.
the day.
Okay. All right.
When they told, hey, listen, when Sandy Gaskin told me that they only have black shirts, that black shirts are the only ones for bad apples, and I was like, really, like black, like, I have a really, and I will tell you, Will, Krista wore for sleeping time that Will Fly shirt, and
well, I mean,
she
if
said-
she's doing porn, on the internet, that's not helping advertising wise. I'm just saying,
No, I walk the dogs every morning wearing your shirt.
just
Yeah.
my shirt.
I mean,
Walk
it
the
kind of looks
dogs.
like that because it's really long. So yeah. You really couldn't see the shorts that I had on, but I did have shorts on.
Sure.
I did.
he's walking a Rottweiler while I'm walking a fucking mini golden doodle with a pink leash. Hey,
Yeah, hey.
That's the most unfeminine hey I think I've ever heard. Shane.
yeah, right. Hey, I want to
Hey.
thank. I want to thank Keith and Kat for letting me borrow their 50 amp extension cord. Apparently, when I redid my extension cord for my camper and bought new ends for it, I bought a 30 amp, which is for like a dryer, so it's 3 flats instead of 2 flats and a round peg or whatever it is. Figured that out in a hurry, and then was like, well, that sucks. And then Keith's like, he pulled his button down shirt open to show a S like Superman, and his hair was all done with a little curly Q right there on his forehead. And he went and got me his extension cord, and I was good.
Wait, he shaved his chest hair into an S?
I didn't say that, but that would be way better.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, oh,
That's what I thought you were saying.
Point. The next time you guys leave, I'd appreciate you not unplugging me and just leaving a freaking dangling cord.
What happened? I
That was
left way
terrible.
before.
You guys just took off and unplugged me and didn't say goodbye or anything.
Oh crap!
Oh.
Did you unplug him?
That's terrible.
I had to.
You
He
left
was
him
there.
hanging?
Our
That's where he got
text,
his power.
yeah, our text was, "Where'd you all go?"
I need to, Dave. How did that happen? Dave said I almost got him into a
In a
fight at the fly-in.
With that wiener dog?
Yeah, Yubby. She
Yubby.
packs a punch.
Dave, I don't know what you're talking. Oh,
London Ivy?
stop it! Oh,
No,
stop
but
it, Dave.
no.
And you were getting in a fight with his girlfriend. You definitely weren't going to win.
I don't know what happened.
Slow days. What's up, sir?
Hey,
man?
slow.
I
All
got
right.
your cord too, Shane, by the way.
Oh, my orange one.
Yeah, your 20-foot, 100-foot cord you let me borrow.
Do you know how many extension cords we have in our
Shut your face.
shed?
I want my cord back.
So it was. He said it was 100 and it was only 20. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Will?
that's exactly. Oh, I got a 100-foot cord. Yeah, here you
It
go.
could have been. Hey, that's not the worst lie I told her. Tell him, Krista.
It's
Sorry,
smaller.
man.
It's smaller than a minnow.
Oh, yes, it is.
And then our hose had a hole in it, so we had.
Oh yeah. So we have a 75-foot water hose, and then we hooked up the other little 50 or 25 or 50 footer, and then come to find out it had a hole in it. And literally, it did not have that when we were at Fly for Gauge. So somewhere between there and Georgia, it got a hole in it. So I had to, well, Keith and Cap went and got hoses and ended up buying us a hose. So thank you.
Sorry, Krista and Kat went to the store.
Yeah, Keith doesn't leave the field,
Yeah.
especially going to the store with Kat, who goes there for many things and comes back with even more many things.
She does great if we're on a mission. If we're not on a mission, fair game.
Okay,
Just saying.
while Krista and Kat are lollygagging at the grocery store, Shane hears that there's high winds coming, blah, blah, blah. So I'm taking care of everything by myself. My partner in crime,
I was helping Kat get the stuff for the cooking for the bad apples.
anyways,
Nothing wrong with it.
I could do all the shopping in a quarter of the time. It was
Well-
3 hours. 3 hours.
The store was an hour away, and she had two
Well-
other stops. So
Yeah, Shane.
I felt we made pretty good time. But Shane's like,
Yeah, if
3
it's an hour
hours?
there and an hour back, you had 1 hour to shop for.
Why would you go an hour?
Tony was
What?
asking. Tony wanted to hear about the incidents that occurred.
Yeah, I do too.
All of them.
What incidents? The only thing that I seen was we had on the far side of the field, opposite of the main side where all the power is, we had some guy come in over the campers, a foot launcher, kill his motor, and then just as he got over the campers, he realized there was a trike there. So the top of the trike cage and the bottom of the foot launcher's cage hit on landing.
Oh wow!
I don't know if there was any damage or anything done, but both of them, I mean, there was nobody in the trike. But the foot launcher landed, and I seen them talking, and then someone came over and told me what happened. I was like, well, that's on them two. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with bad apples. That's
Yeah,
that's them.
There was several almost accidents, like when
there were.
that you're just sitting there and you go, oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody needed EMS though, correct?
Correct.
No,
That's
so
great.
there
With,
were
with that
several-
many people there, that's really pretty amazing.
Yeah.
There,
It-
there.
Go ahead, Will.
What will?
there were several children of the corn, those who like to land in the corn or close to it and pull out.
Yeah, Nick.
Uh,
Whoa.
If you're thinking of, I'm not going to mention any names about the power line thing.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah, so
Someone did.
Oh.
We will just say someone did get into some power lines and
well, then
made
I
it
won't
out.
say it.
No.
I was trying to say it, but I won't.
Kind of like someone did last year, right?
Well,
So
no.
somebody did go into the power lines and all the way to the ground, did not get hurt. The only reason I'm really mentioning this, and if you haven't had a close call with power lines yet, you will if you don't have a healthy respect for them. And they pop up out of freaking nowhere and seemingly no reason whatsoever. A lot of that has to do with you just not paying attention. A lot of it is you can't see those suckers regardless. A lot of it is you haven't cleared the field thoroughly before. And I'm not judging because I've had quite a few close calls with power lines. So, yeah, man, just be careful with those. Oh, and of course, how many people went in the pond?
I don't know.
Yeah, how many did?
I don't know.
I know at least
I didn't
two.
see any yet on anybody's videos. I've
seen
not
three
seen one.
videos. I seen 3 videos when I got home. 3 people went in.
Hey, I will say this. Before the crowbar was invented, crows just drank at home.
But I'm
And good night.
Yeah, that was I didn't even get it. I got it, but it's just
I hope you didn't
give
pay for that one, Shane.
Those are not the things I pay for.
Oh,
Got him.
You
I do
did.
know-
I almost had a spit take.
I do know on the opposite side of the field that we were on, because it's an L. So on the L side,
Oh yeah, the short side.
there was a lot of trikes that flipped over, or at least I'd hear on Keith's radio. He'd say, "Oh, someone flipped over on the other side." So a couple trikes did. I don't know if it was the same person. I don't know about any damage, but I know that Wendy was on that side, and when she went to take land, her husband was telling the guy to wait, and he didn't, and he took off and almost took her out.
Yeah, so Wendy was coming into land just as the guy inflated, and they were both flying side by side. She was descenting, he was trying to take off, and if he would have pulled, I guess, left brake, he would have literally just slammed into her. But listen, when you got that many people, that's why the air bosses are so important. And there were some people that literally would not launch unless the air boss was looking at them, giving them a thumbs up. And then there was other people that never looked at an air boss, nor did they ever look behind them, nor did they give a shit. They just launched. And I was just like, wow, that was kind of dumb. But for the most part, I think everything went very smooth. I think the Bad Apples flying went very well, and they all did phenomenal for an event that large. We had 40, and how much work did we put into it? I mean, it was exhausting. Can you imagine 348, 47, 48? That's a lot of damn people.
How many registered pilots?
347.
347.
Wow.
Hey, there's one thing I can say about, volunteering this year is that, man, I've still not gone to a fly-in where people don't do stupid stuff over the field.
Yeah,
Even
no.
if that happens, I mean, no matter how many times you tell them, they're going to do stupid stuff over the field. They take off and make a hard left turn or whatever, it just boggles the mind. But the other thing is, there's 2 things. One is when someone tells you to go and you're looking and relying on that person and they give you the all clear, it doesn't mean you have the next hour to decide if you want to go. It means
no.
there's your
Will.
change.
Means go.
Will. Change,
That is so freaking perfect that you said that. How many times someone looked at me waiting for me to give them the okay, and I give them the okay, then they walk forward, tighten their lines, take a step back, rev up, looking down, head up, and launch. I'm like, that was 45 seconds ago. You were clear. Now,
Yeah, not now.
Like,
Then you're doing that stuff.
at least make your presentation of launching within 10, 12 seconds at the most. This we're talking up to 45, if not longer, seconds of them doing everything but launching. I'm like, you gave me you were ready. What happened? Like, why are you still here? Go.
That's when Sky Dick takes over.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got one dude. I got one guy. He slid. So on the very first night, I think I got 21 people that did not have bands on. So if you don't have a band, whether you
Can't go
have it
past
or
the
not,
yellow tape.
well, you can't be on the field. Well, I happened to catch this guy on a trike that he laid his wing out, goes to get in his trike, sits down, and I go, "Yo, where's your band?" "Oh, they didn't give me one." I was like, "Well, you can't fly." That dude, hot, started calling me MFer and everything else, and I was like, "Yep, just doing my job. Have a nice day."
Yeah.
He was back within 35 seconds with a band on, because he was right next to the registration table. Went over and talked to Sandy. Sandy gave him a armband, and he launched. All that for 35 seconds, really? I'm just doing my job. You know, I'm just trying to protect the field. I'm trying to protect the bad apples, and it's the same thing with any fly-in. You set up a huge risk to end that for everyone by not signing and doing what you're supposed to do. It's a protection thing. That's all it is for the event. If you're so happy to be at the event, do what everyone else is doing. Sign the thing, put the band on, follow the rules. It's simple.
Well,
And I do number
Greg,
two.
oh, go ahead, Will.
Second thing is, and the reason why it's so important not to dick around the field at a fly-in is it's very difficult to tell if you're coming in to do a foot drag or if you're landing, you know. So you shouldn't have to guess if someone's going to do a foot drag over an LZ. They shouldn't be there. So when they're coming in like that, you think, okay, they're getting ready to land. If they just get out of their freaking seats as early as possible, man, that's like a perfect indicator that this guy's about to land, you know.
Right. So, Will, did you get that video I sent you?
Oh,
And then DP, go ahead. While he's pulling that up, go ahead and say what you got to say, DP.
Oh, I was just going to say, actually, you put it on the screen, that post from Greg Laney. I think that's a great post because, you know, in reading even though I didn't go to Bad Apples, I read the rules and regs and everything. And it's like no acro, you know, over the LZ. And I think that should be the same for foot launch because that's taking up LZ space or not foot launch, but foot dragging. So maybe they need to have like a special section where you can do foot dragging if you want to, but it's not going to interrupt people that are setting up their wings and trying to fly
yeah.
I had that
and land.
I got shut down on a landing one day for that though. I come out of my seat over the corn and landed at the other end, tried to land the other end of the field. And the time I got there, he waved me off because people were foot dragging and trying to take off. I flew all the way back around again.
didn't get
If
it.
you're
checked.
To me, that should be kind of in the same field as acro above the LZ. Like
Right.
foot dragging in the LZ, I don't think is too smart with that many people.
Right.
Not when you got 50 or 60 people in the air. It's not good. And that many people taking off.
Yep. And trying to lay in.
Well, and
Yeah.
not everybody is a seasoned pilot. And if you're
No.
setting up and you're nervous and you're worrying about people watching you take off and all that stuff, and then you've got someone that's foot dragging, you're not going to know what the hell to do. I wouldn't.
That's the number one thing you hear from people who do that. Man, I'm a good enough pilot. I know I know my limits and stuff. Well, that's great, but you don't know everybody's limits. You don't know the
Not
person
me.
or whatever 10th launch, you know, and their first fly in or whatever. So it's just being courteous. That's all. Just being a good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
D-pad.
Yeah.
All right. It says it's sent. Well, two of them, both of them just sent.
Nick's friend, he's a new pilot. How many flights did he get in? 10 or something, and he flew.
Yeah. 10 or 11 flights.
Yeah.
And see, I have kind of reservations on that too. If you only got 10, hell, if you got under 50 flights, I think going to an event that large is kind of sketchy in itself.
Yeah,
Yep.
He wasn't gonna fly. He was just coming to hang out.
Yeah.
And then when he's seen all those people, then he decided he wanted to fly one day. So, hey,
Yeah,
Well, he
and
did it.
it's his deal.
Paramotor NC said even the excessive low passes make it challenging for beginners to launch and land, which completely, that's me
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, Dave, I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't suggest the event is awesome, but under 50 flights, maybe that's even bare minimum. Even 75 flights, I think if you're used to flying around a bunch of people, it's fine. But that many people, it's crazy. I do the Airboss thing because I'm not comfortable being around that many people. The first couple of years I flew during the event, and I was just like, you know what, this is crazy. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to be part of it. Just because it's my comfort level. And I probably have over 500. I quit counting at almost 400 flights, but I'm sure I got more than that by now. But for me personally, I don't want to fly there during that. It's too crazy for me, my comfort level.
But it is a fun place to go.
Oh, it is a fun place, especially at nighttime. Now, Will, hold on real quick, Will. Let me give everyone the breakdown. So when you get inducted as a
Abducted.
No, it's abduction. When you get abducted into
Inducted.
I know how to say it correctly,
Okay.
but I want to continue to say it. I was abducted. This video shows I was abducted.
Okay.
Anyways, well, they don't tell you that you're going to become a Bad Apples, and they don't prepare you. So, ladies, this is all for you and those
Gentlemen, turn your heads.
Gentlemen that don't mind seeing a Pillsbury Doughboy with his shirt off. Enjoy. But if you don't, turn your heads. Ready and go.
And go.
What the?
Is that a brisket?
I didn't even have time to say rape. It was
Dang,
over and done
man.
with.
Brisket.
Who said that? You got to drop your drawers.
Not only is it a black shirt, it's a long sleeve black shirt. What?
Yes.
Very nice. Was that a you suck hug?
Well,
I think they all are. If you're a Bad Apple.
Congratulations, you suck.
Now, I wouldn't be opposed to going back to see how Dave ripped my shirt off. Like
I know.
I was taken advantage of.
See you twice. Y'all trying to get my
That's
clothes
just
off.
like him.
Gotta drop your drawers now.
Melissa.
There you
Classic
go.
Melissa.
Who was that? Who's
Melissa.
calling for the drawer dropping? Oh,
Melissa.
LaBeouf. Yeah.
So yeah. So, but here's the best part. If you're a girl, they give you warning. And if you don't get the warning, then they just put the shirt over you. Oh, schnizzle. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I kind of got it. I was like, what? When a girl was the next one, and they're like, oh, well, Michelle, if people know her call sign's Wet Spot. I was sitting next to her, and Shane went first, and then a girl came up, and I was like, oh my God. And she goes, no, they tell the girls ahead of time. They put a t-shirt on underneath. I was like, okay. And then she said, if they don't, then you know. I was like, okay.
So anyway,
Interesting.
there's that. Now, before we only got a short amount of time, and I did not mean to spend this much time about Bad Apples, although it deserves a full hour.
it does.
We have, and Dave, you can not take good compliments however you want to take it. I think you're a phenomenal person. I absolutely love you, and my wife and I think highly of your wife, and actually, the two of you are phenomenal people, and being around you actually is pleasurable, and not like the two guys I hung out with this weekend.
Hey, wait till we bring the lube in, buddy.
Yeah. But so, Dave, can you tell us about your paramotoring start
Yes.
and how it's going? Would you guys quit with my camera?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
All right. So yeah. So just kind of in a nutshell, I got interested in PPG back in 2019, 2020, and just kind of stalked y'all for a while, and eventually made my way into your podcasts and things like that, and did a couple of tandem flights. And I went to One Up Adventures in Lake Wales back in 2021 and did foot launch. And for those of you that don't know, I am a below knee amputee. And so it was a bit of a struggle. And back in 2021, about halfway through my training, I did what I thought was strain my quad muscle on a landing. And so it kind of stopped my training at that point. And it turns out that I tore my quad muscle, which took about 6 months to heal. And having some difficulties with my leg and with some nerve issues and things. I've had several surgeries since I kind of got into paramotoring. And so it really, this June will be 3 years since I did my foot launch training at One Up. And over the last couple of years, I have not been able to fly due to physical limitations and issues. So it was kind of weird. I just in passing, I think I said something to Denise a couple of months back, and I said, if I wouldn't have done the foot launch and just started with trike, I planned to do foot launch and then transition to trike when I got a little older. But because of my issues and whatnot, I told her, I said, if I'd have just started with trike launch, I'd have almost 3 years under my belt of flying. And I guess that kind of stuck with her. We recently had our 25th anniversary of our wedding, and she got me another session basically at One Up for foot launch transition to trike. So I went last month back to Lake Wales, and on day 2, I did my first solo without comms on a trike, and it was effing unbelievable. And I left One Up Adventures with a Flash Cruiser and a beautiful BGD Cyclone 34 meter. And I have flown, and I am flying, and I am loving it. And I have to, I guess, make kind of a public apology. For a long time, I was in on these podcasts and in the comments, and I got to a little bit of a depression point in my life where I felt like, here I am going down there for training, and all of these things have happened with my body that have not allowed me to fly. And I felt a bit hypocritical. And I think that's why I kind of took myself out of the paramotor community for a while. I stopped coming on to sites and podcasts because, quite frankly, I felt bad when people would say, "Hey, are you flying?" And I was just constantly saying, "No, this is going on, that's going on, surgeries, blah, blah, blah." And I think I just got a bit depressed about not being able to fly. And I felt like a bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of a hypocrite almost. And so now I can fly. And I wish I had started with trike. It probably would have been the more smart thing, however I want to say that. It would have been the wiser thing for me to do, just because of my leg and dealing with the weight on my back and doing foot launch and landing. And so now I'm doing trike, and I am I'm back, baby.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So my first question is,
Mhm.
so when you started foot launching, was it just to Jack? If you don't leave my camera alone. So when you first started with foot launch, was it to prove to yourself you could do it, or you just wanted
Yep.
to foot launch?
Yep, it was. I had gone through several depressions after losing my leg and being in really bad places for a long time. And paramotoring for me was a way to prove that I could still do things. I was very athletic in my youth and was still as athletic as I possibly could be. And then when I lost my leg, it changed my life in a way that I just wasn't prepared for. And paramotoring, just the idea of it kind of gave me a little bit of life. And so when I first met you folks and all these wonderful people in the chat that I love so much, I got to a point where I felt like I was just, I know I wasn't, because you all are so wonderful, but I felt like I was kind of letting everybody down, which was weird, but I felt that way. And when I went back for this training, it opened up my life again, and now I can fly. And I don't have the hangups that I used to have, and it was really just the best thing for me. And I look forward so much to flying with you all now. And just, again, it's still proving to myself that I can do things even with this leg being gone. And the folks at One Up are so wonderful. And I actually flew solo on day 2 without comms, and it was wonderful. So I got lots of flights in, came home. I actually left Florida with a flash cruiser from One Up and my wing, and now I am a pilot and I can fly, and that is the best thing that's happened to me, and I can't tell you how long.
So you're talking about depression. Of course, everybody knows that's why I got into this sport after losing my son. But I will tell you that we have done things to try to keep ourselves busy, such as do these flights for Gage. The very first flight for Gage, I think it was Wednesday before the event started, or Tuesday before the event started. My aunt had passed back in June. So the very first flight for Gage, and I couldn't leave because I had this responsibility with this fly-in, and I was tore up. And Dave, I'm not BSing you by no means at all. When you and Denise showed up, it made everything better.
A little surprise visit.
Yeah, I'm being completely honest with you. It made a difference to me, and it really truly helped me get through that, believe it or not. But you are a very special person, and I'm telling you, anybody who has never met DP, he has
he's got a heart of gold.
Yes. It's hard. I don't know how to explain it without saying he's got a nice butt.
Yeah.
No,
he's so uplifting and always so positive.
I have no butt.
So positive. And don't you play tennis?
Yes.
See?
I do.
So you're still just as active.
I'm still trying. Yes.
Yeah. See? So you need wheels to fly.
So
I do.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that are trike flyers, and truthfully, DP, my back is so shot that every time I launch, it's questionable whether it's going to hold up on launch. And I'm telling you, there's been several times that I've launched, and that last step, my back went out, and I spent 20 minutes trying to figure out how to land without landing gear. So, I get it. I'll be in a trike sooner than later. I won't even sit in one. Like, I don't even want to ride around a field.
But there's also Brian Waller.
Yeah, Brian Waller's a perfect example.
Yep.
Yeah, hay bale's a great example of that, for sure.
Yeah.
And I never looked at trike flyers and thought, poo trike flyers. It was more my personal, I'm still strong and I can do this, blah, 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 blah. And after all of this, the setbacks, it's like, okay, screw this. I need to be in the damn air.
Right.
And how am I going to do this? And now I can do it. And I don't care one bit that I'm not foot launching. I care that I can go up in the sky and fly and be a pilot. And that is the best therapy for me that I could ever imagine. And the support that I've had from this community, I can't say it enough. You guys are just the best. And it's a life-changing sport, but it's a life-changing community, really, with all of you and all of the love that you all have for each other and the understanding. And it's something that it's difficult for me to explain to my friends that don't know about paramotoring and don't get it. But it's one of those communities that I feel like it in a way has kind of saved my life a little bit. And, I'll be forever grateful for just the gift of flight. Period.
Dave, Krista will tell you, I was not doing good before I started flying. And actually, and this story's been told 1,000 times, actually, when I went to the gym 6 or 7 weeks before I went to class, and everything I worked out was nothing that I used during kiting and everything else. Like, I called her and told her, I said, I'm
Day 3.
I can't do this. It's too hard. And she's like, don't come home because I can't live with you if you will not be able to forgive yourself. And I stuck it out. And as soon as that first launch, I was like, I realized just how much I needed to be in the air. And Dave, I'm telling you right now, you're a freaking great guy.
Tito's.
It's not even that. I'm trying not to cry, okay? I'm soft. Shut up, Wendy.
That was perfect in the background.
Oh
God.
I'm not gonna finish now.
No, you're a great inspiration to a lot of people who
Yeah, you
feel
are.
like they can't do something and you pursued it and overcame it, and that's amazing. And we're proud and happy for you.
I can't tell you how happy I am now. I mean, it's weird, but it has changed my daily life. I have felt like I don't have like the anxiety that I didn't know I had now. And it's just like I wake up in the mornings and I feel differently. And I think a lot of that was just a lot of guilt that I piled on myself over the last 3 years. And guilt's a bitch. Guilt can make you think of things and look at yourself in a way that it's not true. And I think just getting over that hump and getting to this point, it's like, okay, shit, I got this now. And now I can go to fly-ins and now I can hang out. I've been to 5 fly-ins and have never taken a motor.
Well,
and that goes to show that fly-ins, you don't have to fly. It's just hanging out with everybody. But
that's
now,
our favorite part.
I'm going to look forward to bringing my gear and being able to get up and fly with you guys. And that is still, I've only flown solo. And I cannot wait to fly with Shane, with Will, with Justin, with everybody, with Ben, all those guys, Mark McElroy. I mean, I don't know. Some little dude he drinks screwdrivers or used to. But no, I love you all so much. And I can't wait just to spend time in the air with you and time on the ground with you. And I feel like I need to apologize almost for just kind of ghosting for a while, but I just was going through whatever it was, just feeling like, I was kind of letting folks down by just, whatever.
Well, I'm so glad you're going to be at Dave Purden's. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you going to Dave Purden's?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. DP, we have a family farm. I know Will has been at the family farm.
But Will's from Ohio, so he's not going there.
No,
he's from Florida. Thank you very much.
He's from Florida. His family's from Ohio. He's the opposite of you. Anyways, DP, if you want to come to the family farm early and we can fly from the private airport, That's literally 5 minutes from the family farm. I mean, come on up. We got room. It's
Well,
a
and
small.
I'm looking so much forward to Purdon's because I was on the ground last time I was there, and I heard everybody saying how beautiful it is to fly there, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what I haven't seen yet. And even at my little airport that I fly from, I'm very fortunate. It's like a mini Hodges Field. It's a beautifully manicured, long grass runway. So I can practice doing my taxiing and all that from there. But I haven't seen in the air Bad Apples or Moonshiners or Purdon's or any of those places. I've been on the ground the whole time. So I'm so stoked to just see kind of what it looks like from up in the air. I can't wait.
I don't think you live too far from Will.
No, you're in South
Not
Carolina.
far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just outside of Charleston.
He lives far enough. He lives far enough not to catch any STDs.
No, I was like, maybe you can actually get together sooner and fly, but you're further apart than I thought. I'm sorry.
Dave, I think I like the unhappy version of you better. I felt so much better about myself.
Hey, Dave.
Wait a minute. I did want to say this. I just want to say it's a combination of our experiences that makes us who we are, right? And it's the journey, not the destination. And so no wrong decisions, man. I mean, it took what it took to get you to the point where you are now. And so who knows if you didn't take that first step. No wrong decisions. It got you where you are now. So, right on, man. Congratulations.
I get that, man. That's wonderful. And I'm looking at the comments, all you folks in the comment section. I mean, I love you all so much. And I just really appreciate the support from everybody. That's one of the things I told my wife before I even thought about going to training was this is a wonderful community. So much support and so much love for the sport that it bleeds through. And, y'all should be commended at helping to promote the sport. I mean, take a look at Bad Apples, at the numbers just in the last 3 years. I mean, this is amazing. And all the paramotor schools that are opening up. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to extend the invite to you and Denise, more Denise than you, but Family Farm it's a small 5,800 square foot house on 29 acres. And
wait, did you say a small 5,800? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard him.
Okay. Tiny.
And we can go ride horses anytime you want and all kind of stuff. And then we can fly. But my biggest question is, Dave, do you get up in the morning to go fly? Because I'm really looking for a wingman that I can count on that won't sleep in his van with his big black wiener all the time.
Yes, I'll do whatever I need to do to help you out, my friend.
Oh man,
no big black wieners. Yeah, not unless you want it.
Man, there's nothing wrong with sleeping until you're done. It's just like wonderful.
Yeah, but then I asked her to wake up and let me know how it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Anybody have anything else they want to say?
Yeah, Dave, you got anything else? Because we kind of
I love you all. No, this was perfect. I wanted to hear I still want to hear more about Bad Apples, to be honest with you. So
yeah,
maybe next week. Yeah, definitely.
There is definitely we only cut into just the tip of the iceberg, to be honest with you.
I know Minyard's the man, but that wing walk was freaking.
Was that Matt or was that Brad?
That was, I thought
it was Minyard.
It was Brad.
Wasn't it Minyard?
Okay, hold on. So there was one pilot that was foot drag or put his foot on the wing tip, and then there was another pilot who was holding the wing tip on the other side and flying.
Yeah.
Like honestly, for me personally, if that was my last day on Earth, that would not be how I'm going. Just so you know.
And I sure hope they told Mac they were going to do that, because I mean that would freak me out.
Hopefully it was okayed ahead of time.
Yeah. Well, I know Keith was down there saying he loves it.
Keith
Yeah.
Keith said it was Matt. So either which way, me personally, I don't want to be involved. I'm worried about hurting somebody else. So I would never. And plus, dude, I don't know how to fly. I'm barely know how to. It's bad. Anyways,
Whatever.
I wouldn't trust myself doing nothing like that.
You got the
I
face down pretty good, Shane.
Oh, I nailed that. Nailed that. Dude, that shit is funny as all get out. I love that. Dude, I'm telling you right now, when I did that and I found out there was video, I was so happy inside. And the best part is when I went in, I had the video on my phone. I showed Krista, and Krista, you did what?
I laughed.
She left.
How do
Because you
not
knew he
laugh?
was okay.
Well, yeah, he said, "Oh, I."
I explained it. I said,
well,
okay,
obviously
what
you
had
walked in.
happened was I'm okay, but watch this video. And he just fucking, she watched the
And I'm
video.
like, your hands never even leave. You just.
Oh.
There was no stop. It's just smack your face off.
Oh, it was good.
Hey Shane, I'm telling you and Keith, I bought me a new wing. Guess what color it is?
I don't know.
It's
Purple?
blue. It's
Blue.
blue, so it'll match everybody else, and I won't be targeted.
I knew it would be blue.
Oh, real quick. So
Oh,
before Bad Apple started, we had who was it? It was
it was
Brian.
yeah,
Me, you,
Brian.
and Brian.
So Brian,
Hey, Bill.
just our Nick, and then myself. We're all
And me?
flying.
Oh,
No, this was in the
You
morning.
weren't there yet.
okay.
You wasn't-
The time it got reported to FAA and the news and everything, you hadn't even woken up yet. Anyways, so we're all going, just hitting farmland and going through the fields and cutting up and having a good time. We land. Keith comes over and goes, your boy Justin, he's got some people mad. I'm like, what are you talking about? On the video, all you see, so Brian and me and myself already went through, or we were behind, whatever, however this worked out.
Right.
Only Nick's wing was identified.
So this
And-
is Smart Car Brian?
No.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bell.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because Smart Car, that's who, Will, I believe you got tied up with a little bit at Bad Apples a couple of years ago when you did a little drinking of the
Him and
water.
Johnson
And I think
King.
it was,
Yeah.
I think it was Smart Car Brian that you were behind for that.
It was. It was him and
Oh,
Johnson.
Moonshiners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it was Moonshiners. Yep. Damn Smart Car
Yeah.
Brian.
And even then, Krista, you threw your beer because you thought Will was hurt. But Mark
No, I
landed.
did not. I
Mark
did not.
landed, and you were like,
She threw
whatever.
it down. She threw it
No,
down.
I did
It was
not.
like, I got to go help Will.
I seen him go into where the creek was, and I was like, "Oh, Will just went down." I had a golf cart. I left the golf cart and ran.
I'm sorry, Will. Will, who's the fattest guy you know that made it to you first?
You
Oh.
were?
Oh,
Shane.
there you go.
Well,
there you go.
I
It's
went,
because you were right there.
No, I was
Yeah,
way
you
in
were
front.
leading. You were holding the camera.
He was like, watch this.
Go down.
shit.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey,
but I got there, and then I'm like, "Why did I run?" Anyway,
don't you mean? Why was I running?
no, no. And then somebody else drove my golf cart, and I'm like, I could have brought the golf cart.
Someone else drove the golf cart past her as she's running.
I made it there
Yeah.
before he had even
Yeah, they're
got
like, get on,
out.
get on, it's quicker.
Yeah, I made it there before you even got out of the creek. Actually, you stayed in because you wanted to take off where you landed. Yeah,
Not in the creek.
you did it.
No.
I didn't take off in the creek.
I reset
This is
up.
what-
I didn't stay in the.
This is what happens when you finish 2 beers before you go and save a
in
friend.
the creek.
But I didn't
Can't
even
even
have a
walk
beer,
on that.
though.
I mean, it's so slippery.
I don't know
Oh, I
how
know.
the hell you landed that. I truly, there is
Skills.
no fuck. Forget that.
It was luck.
Still,
No, it
I'm
was
going with
luck.
luck.
Yeah, I'll say it.
No.
Was,
But
I'm
that
not going
creek
to take
was
the
a lot of
credit
fun.
for it. It was just plain and simple. Things work out. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. It was my turn for them to work out. And, you know,
Yeah,
nothing
and
to
you
do
look
with
at
in
your
your
life
cage
later.
need a little wash.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learned your lesson. Never
That's-
fly behind Smart Car Brian.
That's why I went into the tributary of the Side Creek thing of the Ohio River. My wing was dirty. I had to wash it.
Had to wash it.
Yeah.
It ain't clean.
You just use
Yeah,
the
I was
word
just gonna say,
tributary?
man, you might
He did, and I was like, "What?
Tributary? What? Who is this dude?
Where'd you learn that from?
What?
Tributary?
Tributary?
be pulling out the big freaking words now.
Dang. You got your thesaurus?
How
right
many?
there?
How many freaking words? Tributary. That's 4.
Shame.
Hold on. Who's surprised Will can get to 4?
I'm surprised you know
Knock
the
off my
word.
joke. I don't even think that's
It
right.
is a tributary. It adds to the river. Tributary.
Yep.
Oh,
Tributary. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Oh, here we go. Now it's on. Oh man.
That's the word of the day, guys.
Yeah, tributary.
Tributary, yes.
Now use it in a sentence.
So CBs, let me go ahead and tell you. If you're a foot launcher, and I think you are, if I remember correctly, that is one hell of a place to foot launch from. By switchy winds and high altitude, it's not what you're used to. I can tell you right now.
Depending on where
You
you
said
live.
it on that one time. That's not fair.
Oh well, I won't be going this year because
That's
I want
the year
to.
I went.
I can tell you.
And I
the
remember
first year-
Shane.
yeah, the
I
first
remember
year-
Shane's takeoff.
Yeah.
Shane's takeoff at Moonshiners.
Oh yeah, I have a
I've
great.
never seen you run so fast. And then you
Thank-
got up just above that little berm.
That grass is cut about as short
You
as.
almost bit that thing. But
Oh.
I've never seen a person's legs move so fast.
There are so many times I should have absolutely destroyed my prop, and yet I haven't. I don't know why, how, or for the reasonings for it, but I should have destroyed that. So that grass is probably twice as tall as Hodges Field, which in that case is about this tall. And I cut that grass on takeoff. Just so you
went over
know.
the hump. That was like a little knoll you crossed. You
There
remember?
was, yeah, there was a little that
It's
little
a berm.
rise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got right up and over,
Yeah.
barely, but you did. But your feet
Yeah,
were like,
dude, I'm telling you, that was so.
I
I
shot
should
that on video. I know.
Yeah, it's on TikTok.
Okay.
If you go to
It's
PPG
hilarious.
Shane, if you go to ppgshane.com on TikTok, you will see that video, and it's called Close Call, and that's that is. Oh,
That
yeah, it was
close.
bad.
Yeah,
No,
so-
the best part, the best part of the whole thing, everyone reacts with their legs lifting up off the ground. Everybody's like, "Oh," and then there's Krista. He did good.
Hold up there. Yeah, so also, I want to say this. The second, and I think I've been there 3 times now, Moonshiners, the second and the third were a lot better than the first. So just like any place, the way I'd say bad apples for the people, Moonshiners for the view, and Dave Purdon's for the flying, the actual flying. I love it. You know, that's kind of how
Yeah.
each one of those they're my staples.
So I have decided this year, well, Krista and I decided if we did Moonshiners and then turned around and went to Dave Purdon's, we would be really tight on money. And I would rather not have to be tight on money and just go to one. So we're going to go to Dave Purdon's and skip Moonshiners. We actually just tore up our leaf slips for work since we got back because I would rather go to Dave Purdon's and not be like pinching pennies, if you will, and just have fun. And like I said, we leave Saturday before Dave Purdon's. We go to the family farm. And then Wednesday night, we go over to Dave Purdon's. We set up. We don't fly because it's not really allowed. But Thursday morning, you're ready to go. And I can tell you right now, Dave Purdens has everything you want. First of all, within 5 minutes, you can be in Kentucky. So there's 2 states in one flight. How have you done that yet, Dave?
Nope.
Okay. Have you gone through the pillars of a abandoned train tracks bridge?
Nope.
Well, you can do that there. Have you gone miles and miles and miles of farmland and not have a building under you? I will tell you, there's an occasional power line. There is an occasional power line running to the pumps. So you will have to pay attention to those. Because I will fly by you, laughing at you, doing circles, laughing hysterical. There's a swimming section. You can do a foot drag. If you don't make it, you can just swim. I know. Been there.
On a trike?
No. What's up, Will?
I was going to say, as far as pension pennies go, I got 3 words for you: home equity loan.
That's how I got into the sport.
You don't have to worry about it, man. You just then you go to home.
Good to go, Shane.
Honestly, we took enough for me to go to school to fly and then to pay off
What?
the home equity line of credit.
Oh yeah.
We paid off a few things. Anyways, that's how I got into sport, because I honestly was not doing good in life. And, Dave was talking about depression. After losing our son, I literally kind of went down a dark road, and she's like, "Hey, do you still want to?" Yeah, she's like, "You still want to fly?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to, but we can never afford it." And
I
she's like,
said, if I can find the money, will you do it?
and then this OnlyFans check kept coming everywhere.
Thank you, Krista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can subscribe to her channel at
There's a link in the description below.
Angela. You're not even supposed to know what an EFI is.
What is an EFI?
Yeah, really, Angela.
Oh, now you know what that is.
Krista, you know what an EFI is.
Hold on.
Effie.
Hold on,
Effie.
Justin. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. Nick, Justice, give me a minute.
Angela telling Tony
talk
to
about
shut
it.
up.
Krista, that is a EFI is the electric start
Oh,
for,
right.
for a
Easy.
Electronic fuel injection.
Okay, so that's the electric one thingy, right?
the electric paramotor.
No.
There's no
With the
carburetor.
electric start.
No,
Shut
don't go there. Don't do it. Shit.
Oh,
So the
hey,
question
you have my number.
was,
Tell me.
did anyone fly the EFI?
It's electronic fuel injection
Instead of a carburetor.
instead of a carburetor.
Yeah, no
So in your
carb, and
car-
it's got a neat little computer basically that sits
You were-
on your swing arm where you can
And you think
F
I
around.
know?
You did so good all week about talking about all that stuff and knew it
I-
all.
I did.
Hey, Will,
I-
Will, you should have videotaped every bit of that.
Oh,
You missed out.
Yeah.
And you could have labeled that paramotor wives. What do they know? And literally posted that billion hits.
No, he was trying to school me on the Soul e-bike though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. You got that perfect. I was offered to fly the EFI, but I didn't. I just kind of got sidetracked. And one time, I just didn't revisit that. But I've heard really good things about it.
Awesome fuel mileage.
Lower vibration. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to mess with your carburetor. You don't have to deal with that at all, which is awesome.
I'm gonna say that wasn't Angela that asked the question. That was Tony.
No.
That was Tony telling Angela to ask the question.
Yeah.
Now,
And Angela says, I want us to have a Las Vegas reunion weekend. Who's in? I've never been to Vegas, Angela.
Me
so
neither.
We haven't
I'm
even.
in.
my wife, hey, Angela, set that shit up.
Yeah.
Hey.
How big's your house, Angela? Because you might have a few guests.
Oh, listen.
You can
Pearl
get
Jam.
some-
man.
Send Tony out. Get
Yeah.
Tony a room at the Red Roof Inn, and then we'll all hang out at the house with you.
Hey, Motel 8 will keep the light on, but Motel 7 leaves that shit off. So get him Motel 7.
Hey,
Yeah,
fun
look
fact: Motel 6. The guy, Mr. Bodette, Tom Bodette, he's from my hometown in
Tom
Sturgis,
Bodette.
Michigan. Tom Bodette, we'll leave the light on for you. He came from Sturgis, Michigan, a little town of about 10,000 people.
Who invited Shelton from freaking
I love
third?
fun.
What is it? What is the show?
Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Oh, Sheldon?
Yeah.
Okay, so refresh my memory. Pearl Jam.
That's Brian with Pepper, the German Shepherd.
Oh,
On the
that's
trike.
right. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one with all the women that are like hourly going through his trailer.
In the one door, out the
I'm sorry. Did you not go into his trip? What had happened was
I did.
Oh.
Actually, he has a camper.
that has a roof on it.
Uh,
She was like the Jeffersons. She's moving on up.
Hey,
Moving on up.
Stop. So we're looking at campers because we're looking. Anyway, so the one he has is one that I was interested in, not the fifth wheel kind, but the travel trailer toy hauler. So I wanted to see how well it was made. So yes, I did go, but that's not that man changes his campers every single trip I've ever seen him at. Any fly in, he always has a different camper. Typically he has a Class A, but now he has a fifth wheel. Just saying.
Oh,
That stuff scares the shit out of me. You people that drive these damn RVs and fifth wheels and stuff, I don't know how you do it.
Krista, so what you're saying is his camper is bigger than mine.
Well, it's bigger than the minnow.
Oh, the minnow. God. I will never keep up. Man.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Brian. He's in the chat. He wasn't supposed to be here.
Oh.
Smart
Brian's
car?
like- No.
Oh.
Pearl Jam. He's like, I'm gonna go show your wife my my trailer. Are you coming? I was like, yeah. He's like, never mind.
Well, he had a new one when we went to Sunnyland one time, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come over." And then he's like, and then I told him again about apples. I said, "I'll come over later." He's like, "Yeah, that's what you said last time."
Oh, he remembers.
Oh, wait, that wasn't. It was Ohio. We left early. He goes, "You guys leave at 4:00 in the morning." I'm like, "We live far away," and he goes, "I live across the country." Now, keep in mind,
Yeah, but he doesn't have a real job.
Is in Ohio. And we live in Florida. And I go, "You live in Indiana?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "We were in Ohio." And he goes, "Oh, good point." Like, it was like I had to tell him where we live. And
He's a Marine.
He's
So
yeah.
he.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Yeah, he
I
was.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's
he is.
Oh,
listen,
he
Once a
is?
Marine, always
Oh,
a Marine.
I said he's a Marine. I didn't say he was a Marine.
I'm sorry.
I said he is a Marine.
Yes, he's a
No.
Marine.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
All right. So
Okay.
CBiz just
Yes, that's
no, seriously. Dude, that's what they should have named me. Dave Wolf messed up. The SS Minnow. That should have been my call sign.
that would have been perfect.
Dude,
Well,
Can the call sign be, revamped? I think SS Minnow would be the best.
Dave missed that one. He wanted to go with the small penis thing, which he's not off on. But
Well, we can still do that with the SS Minnow.
sexy Shane Minnow.
I-
No takers. No takers. Not one taker.
I ain't jumping on
Sexy
that.
stuff. Sexy's a little strong.
No.
Oh, listen, Will,
super stupid,
You're-
stupid.
your reply is I'm not jumping on that. What is there not enough lube?
I
Got
hate
him.
you.
Yes, you did.
I love you, Will.
If you get a camper, she'll join you too.
Hey, if it's cold
Yeah.
enough.
I've seen his
Van.
van.
Yeah.
Van.
Here's the
Dude,
entrance.
that van is awesome.
There's only one way in and only one way out.
Yeah,
That's what she
don't.
said.
Just saying.
Yeah, he's smart enough to lock the doors, and now I'm smart enough to know if he doesn't answer, I'm not going to open the door.
Yeah, it's a van.
Let
I'm not in
him-
the back room.
let
I'm,
him-
if you
I'm
know,
just, I'm
I'm
just
gonna
glad
hear
that
you.
Will,
Huh?
I'm
Krista?
just glad that Will doesn't have to shack up with everybody now. That's awesome.
I do too.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
DP.
He's
got
still there.
plenty of room.
Because
Hey,
I'm going to be
Dave.
a shacker upper. Yes,
Dave.
Shane. Speaking of shacker uppers,
Hold on, Dave. Give me a call tomorrow, seriously, because if you're going to Dave Purdon's, which
Mhm.
happens to be initials of DP, just so you know.
yes.
So
Yep.
they already said that.
They did.
Yeah, Scuba
Huh?
said that, and that was I didn't
Yeah.
catch that. That's pretty cool.
Hold on. God,
He said
holy hell.
Are we going too fast for you, Shane? We got.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I just want to say, DP, if you ever stay in my camper, the slide out on my camper is the only thing that pulls out.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right. Hey, what about Jack though? I'm sleeping with Jack.
Oh no,
Oh,
you
yeah,
have no
you're
choice. it is like you
I've
and
had
the,
Rottweilers my whole life, and so Jack is sleeping with me, and me
dude,
and
you have no
Denise sleep
choice.
together.
You
Yeah.
have
That's
no
perfect.
idea. And I was
Trust me, I miss that. I miss a big freaking Rottweiler in
He'd be
the
sleeping
bed.
on the bottom bunk, wouldn't he?
no, he
He's-
sleeps on a dinette.
Oh, okay, good. Because the bottom
Hey,
bunk.
Shane, I'll take my leg off,
Those
and then he
lights
can
bulb,
just slide
those,
right in there.
Black lights.
And then I would have to yell, "Jack off Dave's leg!" Like you just,
Hey, I can put this leg on the floor, and when he's done, he can hop up in bed and just go to sleep. He can hump the shit out of this thing. It's carbon fiber. I don't care.
now, Dave, listen.
This
Thank
is
you for
not
coming on.
PG-13.
No, we have fried that idea. I do always put not kid friendly
Good.
because Will's on the show. And
Yeah.
Never know what I'll say, man. That's
you
right.
never. Dave, give me a call tomorrow. We'll talk about Dave
Purdon's?
Purdon. No,
Cool.
I seriously, if you're in,
I'm
then
in.
that will change a whole lot for us. Not that it's a problem, but we will.
no, we'll bring the big camper.
We'll bring the big camper, which takes.
I'm not that big.
no,
That's
our
what
other-
she said.
Anyway, you guys
I'm not a
talk
minnow,
tomorrow,
but
but
okay.
I think I'm a bad influence on Will. I've got him cussing.
Yeah. Will launches a couple times and fails and starts cussing. It's all Kristen's fault.
No, he said a
You know,
few bad words at bad apples.
I will say this. The last time I was at Moonshiners, Will, you had a hell of a time getting up in the air, and you got so pissed off, understandably, that I was like, oh, shit, I've never seen Will that mad. You like packed it up. Which made me feel better because when I blow launches, I'm like, hey, Will does it too.
I was on mute, so I was
Oh.
defending myself that whole time. But
Well, we all got your point. We all got your point.
yeah,
Okay. Night, everybody.
that's not why I left. Just saying. Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't mean you left, but
Yeah.
I remember seeing you just struggling.
Hey,
with moonshine.
the sport, it
It
can
wasn't
be.
the altitude, right? Was making it difficult for everybody,
Man,
right?
it was a bunch of things. It was my mental state. It was the mud up to my knees. I mean, it was just like a combination of things, you know. So you have good days in the sport and you have bad days in the sport. And as long as the good days outweigh the bad days, I'd call it a win.
Yes.
Agreed.
Well, one thing I learned from listening to all you people is if it's not right, don't worry about it. If you've got everything set up, your wings set up, your trike or you are set up, and things aren't perfect, screw it. Pack up and wait for another time. And that's really good for new people in this sport to really understand, because I think a lot of people, you know, I'll use myself as an example. I drive currently 40 minutes to get to a field and get everything set up. And if it's not right, I'm going to scrap it. And I think a lot of people think, okay, I drove 40 minutes here. I got all my shit out. Everything's ready. And I've got 40 minutes to go back home. And if the winds change, I don't want to pack this up. I'm going to send it. And I have learned just from being in this community that that's just not smart. You got to just be able to say, fuck it. I'm not going to fly today and I'm going home.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
No, a lot of
Oui.
pilots have a three strikes. If they miss 3 failed launches, they're done. They don't try for that 4th.
I've had my first. Now I will tell you, I had my first 3 failed launches, and I packed it up when I had Brooke Sheffield and a couple. God dang it, Wayland, yes, and a couple other people show up here, and we went to the airport and they all launched, and then I failed launched, and I reset up. I failed launched, and I reset up, and I actually took my motor off and set on the tailgate, and I was like, all right, we just need to relax. And then that 3rd one, I failed launched, and I'm watching them all 3 or 4 of them
There were 3. Yeah, I just don't remember
on the on Gaggle, and I failed that 3rd launch. I had no problem. I literally zipped up my my bag or my wing in my bag, and I sat in the truck and watched TikTok until they came back. I was just like, 3, I'm done. I'm done.
And
My number is 2, and 3 is an option.
Especially with foot launch, right? Because if I blow 2 launches on foot launch, I'm done. I'm toast. Little guys like Kyle Mooney that are 130 pounds, they can carry somehow a motor on their back for hours, which I can't do that. I think I'm in good shape, but if I blew 2 launches at foot launch, I'm toast. I'm done.
Yeah, that I'm not. After that 2nd one, I'm pretty much done. But I have a 3-set rule, and I will stop and I will sit down. I'll take the motor off and I will relax until I feel like I'm good to go, and then I will restart the motor and I'll hook in. If it doesn't happen, and in almost 5 years, October will be 5 years. That is the first time I've had 3 failed launches, and I had I did not take it personally. I just said it wasn't my day. I zipped that wing up into that bag. I put it in my truck and I watched TikTok until they came back. Didn't bother me one bit. Smart Car Brian's like, why didn't you launch? Why didn't you launch? I was like, I had 3 failed launches. I'm done for the day. He's like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, well, believe it. Enjoy. Like, I hope you had fun. Like, I'm not going to go and destroy my equipment because I'm pushing myself beyond what I'm capable of doing. So, on that note, we are way past. This is the longest show we've had.
Is this my fault?
Yes, Dave. Always
Okay.
your fault.
I'll take it.
It's just
It's
you're
not
so
a penis.
fun to hang out with.
Hey, these need to be an hour and a half anyway, not just an hour.
See,
I think an hour is good.
I like
It
an
is.
hour. No, I like
It
an
is.
hour, and I
Nice
told
to have an
Dave-
hour with a little buffer, maybe, but
Yeah.
All right, so
all the
Will,
riffraff.
where can we find you, real quick, sir?
You can find me on YouTube. Search for Will Fly. And if you're in the Southeast U.S., check our paramotor page out. It's Southeast Paramotor. Come join us.
Nick Justice, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me at justsebikes.com or YouTube at Life with Nick J.
I would ask Krista where we could find her, but we already know Brian's camper. Dave Perry, where, do you have a YouTube?
I do have I have a YouTube channel, but it's really pretty sad. It's Max MAX Rider RIDER 2009. It's got like my first video when I went to do my training for the first time and a couple other little things, but I'm going to revamp my stuff now that I can fly. So don't worry too much about my website at this point.
No, seriously, we need to get you going on that, and
Yep.
Next thing you know, you'll be a Will Fly in no time.
I'm sorry.
I can only wish to be a Will Fly. Well, you've got the coolest shit. Dude.
Sorry.
You can find Cupcake Krista where?
Here.
In my bed or in Brian's trailer.
You just said
Nobody wants to go there.
Man.
All right.
Nobody
Hey,
wants
hey guys, hold on real quick. We're gonna do the outro, and we will see everybody else next week. Sorry about
Everybody, love
last
y'all.
week. All right, peace out.
Good night.
The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Y'all want to ride some of the coolest bikes around? Just Us E-Bikes. Check out these cool, fast beach cruisers. We've got many styles, colors, sizes, men's, women's, you name it, we got it. The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.